Hello everyone, welcome back to our ICT class, and this is video number 25. Hope you all are fine and safe. So already we have started our fifth chapter. So what all things we have studied in the previous session? In chapter 5, networking, it is mainly dealing with the computer networks. Computer networks means the different computers which are connected together by using the cables or a transmission medium. We can name it as transmission medium, and they can share the informations with each other by using some different protocols. We studied about the cables that used to connect different computers, and one of that cable is UTP cable, unsheathed twisted pair cable. We studied about the UTP cable, and also for connecting the cable to the computer we need a connector, and it is known as the RJ45 connector. And the process of connecting this connector to the computer, it is known as the crimping, and we need a crimping tool for this. And also we have studied about the hub and switch. If there is a more than two computers, that means like 4 or 5 computers are there, for connecting those computers we can use the hub and switch. We can this hub and switch act as an intermediate node to connect the whole computers. And we studied about the difference between the hub and switch. In the hub, when hub got an information, that information is passed to all the computers in the network. Sometimes only the computer one needed that information, but the hub will pass the information to whole computers. But the switch, it will passes the information only to the required computer. So that is the difference between the hub and switch. So today we will be studying about one more device. It is known as the modem. Modem, computer save and process data in digital forms. When these digital signals travel through a telephone line, they become weak. Therefore, information is sent by converting these digital signals to analog. Sometimes after processing the data in digital form, when they passes through the cables or the line, it may become weak. So we can convert that digital signals to analog signals. So for converting the analog these digital signals to analog signals, there is a device, and it is known as the modem. Okay, the term modem is derived from the word modulator and the demodulator. It helps to make available the internet over a telephone line or other cable lines. That means after processing the data, if we want to convert the digital signals to analog signals, we can use modem, which is the combination of the modulator and the demodulator. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. And the next we are discussing about the wireless network. So till now we studied about the wired networks, how we can connect the wired networks. If there are two computers, we will be using the cables. If there are more than two computers, we can make use of the hub and switch for the networking. So now we will be studying about the wireless network. It is possible to connect the computers in a network without using the cables. It is known as the wireless networking. In such cases, instead of the cables and all, radio frequency waves are used. Electromagnetic waves of high wavelength but causing less harm are used for this purpose. Less harmful electromagnetic waves are used for this wireless networking. Different types of wireless networks, maybe all knows about that. LAN, WAN, and one more. LAN and WAN only is given in the textbook, but one more network is MAN. LAN means local area network. This local area network, it is a system that connects the computers inside a room or building, inside a school or a room or a building. For example, we can take that example as our computer lab. In that computer lab, inside a room, all the computers are connected. So our computer lab is the best example for the LAN. And the next one is wide area network. Wide area network means the computer networks of railways and banks, the whole different branches of railways, different branches of banks, they are connected with each other, and they are known as the wide area network. This wide area network are spread over the entire countries. It is a large networks to connect the computers. In between this LAN and WAN, local area network and wide area network, this MAN is coming, metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network that connects the computer within the metropolitan area. That can be a large city or multiple cities or multiple towns, okay, or a group of buildings like that. Okay, so we can, this man is larger than LAN but smaller than WAN. So this man is in between the LAN and WAN. So the wide area network is the network that used to connect the different states, or we can say the whole over the world, countries like that we can say. LAN means inside a closed room where for connecting the computers. Local area network is used in, like for example, in a house or the computer lab or in a school. MAN means for connecting multiple cities, multiple towns or a large city. Okay, so these are three types of wireless networks. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, normally in our you all will be knowing some housing colonies and all. When we check in that housing colonies, we can say for each house there will be a number, house number. In the same way, the computers who are in networking, that each computers will be having a unique numbers like house numbers, and this number is known as the IP address. Each computers will have an IP address and they will follow some rules or protocols for giving such numbers, and also for communicating this. When if the computers are communicating with each other, they have to communicate or they have to share the information by using certain rules. We can name the rules as the protocols. For example, if we all will be knowing about the COVID protocol. What means the COVID protocol? Protocol means rules. For fighting against the COVID, there are some rules that which we have to obey. If two persons are talking with each other, if they are talking, if it is of COVID, in the COVID situation, then some rules are that they have to wear a mask, they have to be to 2 meter distance. So these are all some of the rules for making for fighting against the COVID. In the same way, for the better communication between the computers, for passing the information more easily, for making better what we say in a better networking, each computers have to follow some rules. We can name the rules as the protocols. Okay, so what is this protocols? When computers and networks become widely used, it is become necessary to have norms for computer addresses and methods for exchanging information between computers. The equipment connected to a network need to follow certain norms with regard to naming and exchanging informations. That means if the computers in a network want to change the informations, or if they want to pass the information to other computer, they have to follow some rules and regulations. We can name that it as the protocols. Such protocols are examples of such protocols are TCP/IP, SSH, SMB, POP, etc. Okay, so these are some of the protocols the computers that have to obey while passing the information in a network. Okay. So we will be studying about the protocols more in detail in the next class. Generally, we can describe the protocols means this protocol will decide, these rules will decide how to send, when to send and what to send. How the data have to send, when the data have to send and what data have to send to the other computers. Okay, so these are the protocols. So all the computers will have a IP address. Who are in the networked, all the computers will have an IP address, and these computers have to follow some protocols for exchanging the informations with each other. Okay, we can define the IP address. It's a number which helps to identify computer in a network. Normally we will be using the IP address IPv4. It is a 32-bit size IP address. It has 4 parts of the size of 8 bits each, and they are separated by a dot. For example, 192.168.1.120. You all will be knowing, we will be having, for example, my house number is 283. So it's a 3-digit number. In the same way, the computers who are participating in the networking will be having a number, and it is known as the IP address, and that IP address is of 32-bit size. and we can the example is IPv4. We will be using the IPv4 IP address, and the example for that is 192.168.1.120. Okay, so they are of 4 parts and each separated by dots, and they are of 8 bits each. Okay, so these all are the something about the IP address and the protocols. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I hope you understood about the IP address and the network protocols. So already I told it is a number which helps to identify the computer in a network, and also we studied how this 32-bit size IP address IPv4 is normally used in the networked computers. Okay, so it will be having the four parts, and it is of size 8 bits. Already I have explained that. And the next we will be doing an activity 5.4, determining IP address. Okay, so here, as my computer is my laptop, it is not networked, I can't show the symbol of the if the computer is networked, you can see in the upper panel. Here you can see the symbol of Wi-Fi, the language settings, Bluetooth, like that. So along with the symbols, you can see a symbol like a toffee shaped symbol. That means a small chocolate like a shaped symbol you can see, and we can name it as NM applet. Okay, NM applet or network manager applet. So here my computer is not networked. When you are in the school, in the computer lab, you can see all computers are networked. So when we are in the school lab, I can show it to you. But now, as there is limitations, we can't show that symbol. But I can show the IP address of the computer. Okay, each computer will have an IP address. So here I will be showing the IP address of the computer. So if it is networked computer, you can see a symbol like in a small chocolate shaped symbol, and we can name it as NM applet. So when we click on the NM applet, you will be getting an option connection information. So from here I am taking the connection information from the Wi-Fi. Okay, here I am taking the connection information. So when I take the connection information, you can see here the IP address of this computer is 192.162.100.12. Okay, normally now we are using the IPv4 address. Under the IPv4 you can see IPv6. It is the upcoming versions, because in IPv4 or the address or here in throughout the world, it is used widely, this IPv4 address. So in upcoming after some years, IPv4 may change to IPv6. So the upcoming version is showing here IPv6. Okay, so the IP address of this computer is 192.168.100.12. so this is the IP address of my computer. In this way, when you check in the computer lab, when you check each computer IP address by clicking on the NM applet, you will be get a separate IP address for each computer. Okay, so after that, here they told in the table 5.1. I hope all have textbook with you. So in the table 5.1, they are saying to write the IP address obtained on the first switching. That means when we are in the lab, okay, now we can't do that. When we are in the lab, at that time, when we after switching on the computer, when we check here in the connection information, you can see the IP address. So in the first column, they are telling to write the IP address of all computers in the computer lab. When we switch for first time, when we switch on for first time, what IP address we are getting. So they are telling to write this IP address in the first column. Okay, and the next column, what they are saying is after we have to first already we have to write the IP address. After that we have to switch off the computer, and again when we switch on the computer, after checking the connection information, you will be getting an IP address. So that IP address also we have to write in the second column. So there will be a change in the IP address. The first column you can see the IP address for the first computer, and this when we switch on second time, the IP address may be different. Okay, so the activity is to write the IP address obtained on first switching, but now we can't do that as there is limitations, because we are not in the computer lab and our computers are not networked. So this is that activity. So if we comes in a few after a few days, we will be coming to the lab for doing the practicals and all. At that time you can see, as the computers are networked, you can see in the upper panel there will be an option of NM applet. So at that time when you click on the NM applet like this, it's a drop down box, you will be getting an option connection information, and when you click on the connection information you will be getting this window, and you can see the IP address of each computers. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. So today what all things we have studied? We studied about the wireless networks, we studied about modem. Wireless networks means some of the wireless networks are LAN, MAN and WAN, and the wireless networks devices which comes under wireless networks, mobile phones, laptops, some other networks are also there that you can find out. Then we studied about protocols, that means the rules. Some rules are there for the computers for exchanging the informations and all, so they are known as the protocols. And we studied about IP address. What is IP address? The structure of the IP address, and determining the IP address. We found where we can we understood where we can find the IP address in the computer. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the upcoming Google Meet. So mark all the important points in the textbook. We will be explaining it more in the coming Google Meets and all. So the activity you have to do is study mark the whole important points and study that topics. Okay, so see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye.